We're Jake and Joy from jakeandjoy.com, and this is Cook with Jake and Joy Season 6. We're so excited.
Cook with Jake and Joy.
That's what I said.
I know, but you said it really fast. You said, Cook with Jake and Boy.
So why don't you do Cook with Jake and Joy?
Okay.
Okay, here we
Then
go.
you do it then. Then you do it. You do it.
No, you do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not doing it. This is like, hi.
I'm not doing it if you're just gonna have an issue every time. That's who I am. So take it
I
or leave
know
it.
you are, and it just
So what am I?
Okay. I know you are, but we're not.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, we're not using that? That was good.
No.
What? Okay, let's use it. Let's use it. I like it.
Anyways, you should go, ha! I got this.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Wait, are we starting from the beginning?
Oh, you're,
Beginning.
you're arguing. Let's go, ah, I got this.
No, total
okay,
beginning.
okay.
No, total beginning.
No. Okay, ready? I got this. Just get out of here. So today we're talking about ways that you can eat something really great for you while on the go. I am an assembler. I am not a chef. So I rely on a lot of pre-done things that are really easy and also really healthy for you. And so that's what we're going to talk about today.
So you know what happens when people come over and you have nothing in your house to feed them? Or your kids come home from school and they're starving to death and like lunch and dinner are not happening anytime soon. So you have to pull something together really quickly. And this is where this episode is really going to come in handy in your life. And on top of that, it's like when your kids come home from school, like you don't have any kids yet, but you're going to have kids.
Yep.
And you want to make sure that like they're going to be hungry when they come home. And you want to give them things that are going to be healthful for them. And it's actually a great time. Whatever you're going to put in front of them, that's what they're going to eat. So it's going to be great. Let's go over it. You might think that this is a muffin tin. Or is it? No. This is a snack tray. And this is Dr. Sears' best way of getting kids to be engaged in eating food and using this as a delivery system for kids when they come home from whatever activity they were involved in, to have it be full of things that they're going to be really excited about, things that are full of colors. So we have some celery sticks, and we're going to call this a Graze tray, right? We're going to have this out when our kids come home. It's not a big deal to put it together. We've got celery, we've got tomatoes, maybe we have some strawberries, maybe we have some of these complete bites that they might want to try. Maybe we have some apples, and then in another container, we might have some almond butter that they could try. Maybe we're going to have some cauliflower, right?
No.
Yes, Derek loves cauliflower. We're gonna have some blueberries, and you know it's look how cute it's starting to look already. We might have some carrots, like different things.
Hummus.
Hummus. You know, so cute. I mean, when you look at this, like you want to have part of this, right?
Yeah, you want to reach in and grab some of this.
Yeah, I mean, like you want to have some of this. So having this Graze tray available for your kids, no matter what age they're at, I mean, like I want to eat off of this.
I know, I do too.
Right?
I'm like ready to like dip some apples
And I know
in
that,
the
and I know
almond butter.
Derek would totally. If I had this when he came in,
He'd be so happy.
he would be so happy.
Except for the cauliflower.
Well,
Yeah, I think you might
that
like to
out.
start like that. And then also, as you're starting to think about adults, you can think about adding, you might want to have it in a little bit more adult looking container.
Right.
But you can start thinking about adding some sauces. And Jake, you introduced me to a lot of these sauces.
yeah, so I love getting pre-packaged dips and sauces that are really flavorful and super good for you, because you can have them in your fridge for a month. you can get them and stock up on them and pull them out whenever someone's there. If they're like, you didn't plan for it, but they're there, here's a great little dip. So this is, I never had this. This is called a Zoog sauce, a very spicy green herbal sauce with Yemeni roots. So it's cilantro, jalapenos, chili flakes, garlic, cardamom, and then whatever Yemeni roots is.
I think it sounds yum.
It sounds great, and it looks awesome as well. So the next thing is, this is one of my favorite things. I buy cartons of this every time I go to Trader Joe's. It is the vegan kale, cashew, and basil pesto. That is so awesome. What I love to do with this, you can dip anything in it. It is phenomenal. But my favorite thing to do with it is to bake some slices of potato or sweet potato or yam, and then put this on top. And we did this recently for
We did this for our last season, actually. We did it. I have to interject here because
Obviously.
one of our first seasons of Cook with Joy, before you were involved with me, well, we were always involved, but before we actually started shooting together, we had a weekend where you had a bunch of your team, the ninjas, over at my house. And seriously, they ate everything in my house. Like, I'm not even kidding. We had this Sunday morning event planned, and when I got home, like, there was nothing left. There were 15 girls staying at my house, and the only thing left in my house were potatoes. That was it. And champagne.
Obviously.
Yes. So we made green drinks, because I had greens for green drinks, and we drank champagne, and I took potatoes, and I topped them with, we didn't know about the pesto yet, but I topped them with this fake Parmesan, and we baked them, and you can see that on my first season of Cook with Joy. And we just diced up these potatoes, and we fed. It was kind of like fishes and loaves, really, like the Bible story. You know the story?
Yes.
And really, we fed everyone with these potatoes, and it was crazy. So that's the kind of thing that you want to be prepared for. Is like, what could I always think about, like, the nuclear disaster. Like, could I survive a nuclear disaster? But even worse, could I survive a bunch of people showing up at my house and I had no food to feed them? If I had some potatoes and some yams and some of these dips that last forever, I would be totally set.
And people would love it.
They would love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so carry on.
So the next thing we have is a hummus, which that's a pretty standard thing. People like hummus a lot, but to have some hummus on hand is really, really smart.
And I like to make hummus myself, and I like to make it with sprouted beans, and you and I have made that before. I did have a big aha when I was at Trader Joe's looking at the different hummuses. I never really thought about this, about buying organic hummus. Because chickpeas are pretty, like, they're, like, toxically, like, it's not great to eat non-organic hummus. So I bought this organic hummus, and I'm really committed to making organic hummus. Well, I always make organic hummus, but I don't always buy it. So that was a big aha for me.
Yeah, cool. And you can dip carrots in it, cauliflower, if you're not Derek, celery, and you can dip so many things into it.
These crackers are
Mary's
great.
Gone crackers, those are great.
Yes.
So then the next thing, then this is something that I just discovered. I only bought my very first carton of it probably last week. It is this organic creamy cashew fiesta dip, and it tastes like nacho cheese, which not everyone loves.
Nacho cheese, it's my cheese.
Yeah, it is.
It's nacho cheese, it's my cheese.
It's amazing. So you can dip, chips, crackers, whatever into it. My husband cannot stand melted cheese, which obviously nacho cheese would fall into that category. He loves this. Loves it.
I can't wait to try it.
It's so good.
Really
it's
excited.
absolutely so good. So that's definitely a must.
Additionally, I always have some Miyoko's cheese around. Always, because it's packaged. It's pressure packed, so it doesn't start to go bad until I open it. And there's so many different Miyoko's cheeses that I love. Yeah. My favorite is winter truffle. That's what's your favorite?
Sun-dried tomato.
Really?
Oh my god, it's so good. So my husband is a cheese lover, and he is obsessed with these cheeses. So I know a lot of people who are trying to go plant-based or trying to go dairy-free, and they're like, I cannot find a cheese that works, and they're like miserable because a lot of them are terrible. Yeah. This is actually legit.
It really is. It really is. Now we also have Derek's favorite, this nut cheese. But it's aged nut cheese, which sounds even more disgusting.
Should we try it right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What you can see here is that we have a spread for people. We can slice the yams into little slices, the potatoes into little slices. We've got all these little things to have. So if you have an array of stuff like this in your house, when people show up, you can be the hostess with the mostest, which I really, really, really love. And I love how it ties in with this Graze tray. It's just so perfect. It's a Graze tray for kids, Graze tray for adults. Super cool. And really, it's really the way that we can eat and take care of ourselves, get more plants in our diet. I absolutely love this, and I love what we're doing here, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of Cook with Jake and Joy, and that this is becoming one of your favorite cooking shows, because it's definitely one of ours, and we can't wait to see you on one of our next episodes. Well, and if you liked this episode and you incorporated any of this into what you're doing, please comment in the section below. Section? Is that a section? Is that a thing?
That's not a thing.
A comment.
They can message us.
They can message us. They can also comment.
I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's a thing.
Comment in the comments below. And let us know if there's something that you'd like to see us feature, or maybe maybe you have a recipe that you'd like us to make. And like, wouldn't that be cool if your recipe was on Cook with Jake and Joy?
We would love it.
How cool would that be? That's all we got. Thanks for joining us on Cook with Jake and Joy. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.